Good morning. We're going to talk about how to avoid morning drive traps. So whenever you are in a parking spot, I like to reverse out to make sure that it's clear. You got to look over your shoulder to make sure it's clear. A lot of beginners don't do this. And if you don't look, you're going to end up backing into a car. And parking lots are the most dangerous place. So what I need you to do is stay middle right. And you see me doing this, and I'm scanning left and right. Left and right. Just trying to be careful, trying to be aware of what's going on. I'm coming down to the end, and this is a great place to work on parking. See, there's a car coming to my right. So if I didn't look, you saw me look. If I didn't look, I would have got hit. So this is a teachable moment where I'm going to yield. I'm going to watch out for traffic, and I'm going to turn on my right turn signal. And a lot of beginners go on the wrong side. I've had clients go on the left side. So this is how the rules of right of way work. So I'm going to stop here. They're waiting. I'm looking left and right. Man, that was real. So it's just like a video game almost, but it's real life. And then I'm going to come out and I want to go into the nearest lane. It's a very beautiful morning. A lot of people have been driving. There could be accidents on the road. People are tired. Because a lot of you are young, you're out there, you're driving, you might have drove into Texas, California, Nebraska, and you're trying to get back home. So I'm going to stop here at the stop line. I'm at about a half a tank of gas. Things are good. Car's a little bit cold, so I want to have it in the middle. I like my car kind of on the cool side. If it's too warm, you're going to end up falling asleep. That's just the thing that I like. Everyone's a little bit different, so I can't speak for them. Good, so I'm looking left and right. I have a new holder here for the phone. A lot of people said the videos were a little bit shaky, so I'm trying something different. So I'm gonna stop at the stop line. That was a really quick light. This is the stop bar or stop line. On your road test, you wanna stop behind that. We're trying to prepare you to drive. The 18 to about 24-year-old age group, that's the biggest segment. They're learning how to drive, they want to drive, but they don't have support, they don't have help. Parents, caregivers, if you have someone in the age group, help them get their license. Okay, it is a little bit expensive. I suggest maybe taking some driver's education classes, watching some of my videos. I'm a state certified instructor. I live in the Midwest, so this is relative to general driving across the world, but focusing on primarily in the United States, whereas we drive on the right side of the road. We have distinct pavement markings, just like they do around the world, but particularly in the United States. I just like to be aware. You see me looking around, who's to the left of me? Who's to the right of me? Who's behind me? The lady's putting on lipstick, right? This guy's looking at me real crazy with the beard. There's a person behind me. So you gotta be aware. And you got to be safe. You got to know who is around you. Are they asleep? Are they awake? You know, she's talking on the phone. I'm still trying to warm up. You can tell my hands are kind of cold. So, but when you drive in this environment in the morning, it's fun. You're going to have some rush hour traffic. So I want to show you some of the traps, some of the pitfalls, some of the dangers. And you've got to prepare mentally. See, our lights are red. See, that almost messed me up. Everyone kind of jumped. That is for a protected left turn only. I take clients on that. So those two arrows, there's the inside lane by the double yellow. There's the outside lane. You got to stay in your lane, literally. All right. And then we're going to be getting on the expressway. So this gap up here is for us to merge into the middle. And I got to yield. It says lane ends merge right. So I'm going to wait for these cars, this car, then I'm going to get on the expressway. And then you turn real easy. And then it says prohibited vehicles and motorcycles under 125 cc's. And then I'm going to turn on my left turn signal. And you've got to get on the gas. I'm at 60 right now, the speed limit's 70. That might not be enough. So I'm going to come out about 65, first lane merge. Bam, it's pretty good. So you do have a smile on your face, and then you can see cars coming. You also need to know cardinal directions. We're going east, and a lot lot of schools, driver's education schools, don't teach directions anymore. And you've got to know north, south, east, west. You can't rely on GPS, global positioning sensors. You've got to know what's going on. This is a really beautiful picture. I mean, it's beautiful. So I'm going to get over the lane, see me looking over my shoulder. You've got to check those blind spots. Hopefully this is helping you. You guys got to give me some feedback and let me know. I'm in the middle lane. Go ahead and clean my window. Sorry about that. You got to make sure your window, and also, you know, there could be a little wax on there from when you take your car through the car wash. So I like the windows really clean. We're moving pretty good here. Freeway ends in 1 mile, so that's a warning sign. I like to be in the middle lane. As you can see, it's pretty smooth. The lane to the left, you're going to have to go much faster. The lane to the right, much slower. So I'm trying to be very predictable. One of the biggest offenses, people don't use blinkers. So that's a trap that can set you up, catch you off guard. You could hit someone or be hit. Oh, they just threw a cigarette out. Ugh. It's a bad habit. And I'm lifting my foot, scanning, looking around, because there could be a huge traffic slowdown. So slow down sooner. A lot of beginners, and another trap, people wait till the last second and then end up slamming into you. Good. It's still a little dark out here, as you can tell by the video, but I'm just taking my time, being patient. You want to be able to see the rear of the tires on the ground. That's your next type of trap. Typically, the lights are 30 to 45 seconds. People have been driving all night. They're trying to get to where they're going. We're trying to be safe and consistent. I think being consistent and when you're driving, you always don't think, how can I be safe? No one wants to have an accident. And I think if you leave early, have your gas fill up your tank at night if possible. Many of you might have to get money from mom or dad in the morning. You know, you'll get gas, but you're gonna have to get breakfast or get coffee. It's a trade-off. Because we all work together. I work together for you to provide you with content to help you overcome anxiety and stress. And the comments you've been giving have been incredible and fantastic, and I'm really appreciative. And I want to continue to give you that confidence, like that black truck up there, Ram 1500. They're flying through traffic because they're late. And we're not really missing anything. So I'm gonna make a lane change. They made a lane change. You can see how the lanes get open, then they get closed, and open and closed. So you want to stay smooth. And that truck that was speeding, they get caught at the red light. So it's silly to be speeding like that. But you're not really going to help yourself. That makes you feel good temporarily, but guess what? We're right up there with that Ram truck. So they wasted a little bit of gas, and that's always very humorous. And I think the good teaching will start paying that 6 months in, half a year in. Because when you drive, you learn. Driving in Houston, Texas is different than driving in Detroit, Michigan. Driving in Detroit, Michigan is different than driving in Los Angeles, California. Driving in Atlanta, Georgia is different than driving in Honolulu, Hawaii, right? trying to keep our space. And that sun is a hazard. That's the next trap. It's hard to see brake lights. Hard to see everything that's going on. And I'm trying to find that Ram truck, and they're nowhere to be found. And gravity's pulling us down, so if you're not paying attention, and I'm trying to be as smooth as possible.